Good evening, everyone. How are you doing out there? Welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for the informational day of the week, Tactical Tuesday, where we talk tactics, gear, and more. And food storage poison. All right, that's probably going to get a lot of people. It probably has a lot of people going, all right, what's he talking about? All right, what are we getting at? Well, there's several things we're talking about. One of them is Uncle Al and I were talking about this about 2.5 years ago about a certain company. That's just a side note to the bigger picture we're doing tonight. First, let's welcome everybody in. First one in was Uncle Al at Dipole Frog 79. Then one of my scouts, Phelan Clan Wolf. Then Shadow. Oh, they were talking at the beginning, so I want to talk about what they were talking about. So Uncle Al said the island of Okinawa got hit with a 7.5. I thought it was 7.4. He said 7.5 earthquake. They may have upgraded it. And I noticed that, and I put it in my chart. And then Phelan followed that with, it was followed by a 6.5 earthquake. So on the time frame, these are fairly close together. So, yeah, they were rocking and rolling over there big time. Oh, I missed that. Uncle Al said giant tidal wave hitting the beach area. A lot of foreign tourists. Oh, man. All right, next one in was Joran, Shadow Scout Swede, followed by Mark at MedCheck Acres, Walt Rogers. Let's see what else we got down here. Who's the next one in? And Mark came in again with his Chef Tech 86 doubling up there for me. Thank you, Mark. Everybody's talking back and forth, stuff coming up. And one of the things I mentioned was right before I go live over on Lee's channel, Cold War Prepper. He goes over on Tuesday. He's doing the post SHTF nonfiction book club. The book is Food Storage for Preppers. They're on week 8 this week. Next week will be week 9 for those that are interested. That starts an hour before this. All right, Rebel Canners is here. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Tennessee Tactical One. Hey, Jeremy. Going down here. Suzanne Gallet is here. Josh at Skinner Farms. Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. Glenn at How to Garden. Utah Mike is here. Everybody's talking there. Survival Buzz, howdy. All right. Okay. So now that that's done for the usual suspects that have come up on my stuff before, there's the link. And let me pin it to the top here on the other computer here. And message. Okay. That way, if Josh, Jeremy, Uncle Al, Mark, Tammy, any of you guys want to, Glenn, any of you guys want to come up, you guys can. All right, so what is this? Throw it up again. What is this all about? Well, Stephanie's here, Idaho Garden Girl. Woo! All right, here's Mark and Scott Hummer is here. Hey, all right, so one of the things, like I mentioned at the very beginning here, was I was going to talk about briefly is that Uncle Al and I had a problem. Rather, this company had a problem with us because we were exposing crap they were doing. And then they redid stuff and rebranded their company. And basically their freeze-dried food wasn't dried out enough. It sometimes wasn't properly sealed. And people were opening up or go to check it, and the bags were, and it was black mold in there. So one of the things you got to be careful of when you're buying commercial stuff, you got to make sure you're getting it from a good reputable company, and check to see if they get any things. And don't buy a ton all at once. Little at a time. Test it out. Give it a couple months, check it out again, see how it goes. All right.
Or make your own. Sorry.
Yes, make your own. And part of this we're going to jump into that because Mark has a freeze dryer and makes his own. And Tammy cans her own. Mark cans his own too, and so does Tammy at Rebel Canners. Hey, Aussie Life, how's it going? Garden Girl 84, welcome. Sure I'm not missing anybody else up there. Okay, trying to catch everybody to come and say hi. All right, got to get a cough drop. Hey Lee, Cold War Preppers here. Hey, where did I just drop my cough drop? Where'd it go? Ah, oh well, I'll find it later. Open up another one. All right, Shawnee Shave. Okay, so, and all right, guys, if you got headphones on, you may want to. It's CB at Hugo Homestead. Woohoo! All righty. So let's get on to this here. Food storage poison. There are several aspects to this, and I was just going to call it prepper pantry or pantry food poisoning, but you know, there are several things we want to cover, and most of it has to do with everything you see on the screen there and a lot more. All right, CR is here, creative redundancy. All right, so let's take it to the next one here. Okay, well, I've talked about this before, so I'm going to harp on it again. There is an additive to a lot, I mean a friggin' boatload of products called maltodextrin. Now, maltodextrin is a type of carbohydrate, but it goes intense processing. So it's ultra processed food. Okay. And it comes in a white powder from rice, corn, wheat, potato starch. They use several things to make this carbohydrate, and they really process it. Okay. And this is off of the WebMD website. So you want to go to WebMD, if you type in maltodextrin, dangers, and WebMD pops up as the first thing on it. All right. And so there's several things on it that's way it works. Right here, let me get over so I can highlight it. Oh, I can't highlight it. Dang it. Okay, second paragraph. The powder is used as an additive in foods above to replace sugar and improve their texture. Oh, it's a sugar substitute. However, it has the powder traces of gluten, since that's if it's sourced from wheat. If you eat too many foods containing maltodextrin, your diet's quality is likely to be below par. You will get too much sugar because it is a sugar substitute. Low amounts of fiber. Such diets increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart, weight gain, and high cholesterol. Maltodextrin shoots your glycemic index through the friggin' roof, more like 10 times more than sugar does. So you can see a problem right there. All right, let's go to the next page here. Okay, you should regularly check the ingredients in your processed or packaged foods that you might have seen maltodextrin. These foods makers add to a wide variety of foods. Weight training supplements, mostly your protein stuff. Yogurts, yeah, it's in yogurts. Nutrition bars, chips, salsas, cake mixes, cereals, artificial sweeteners, baked goods, beer. Yeah, hey, beer lovers. Yeah, you might find it in beer, snack foods, candies, soft drinks, and vitamins. I could not believe how many of my vitamins had that in it. And I had to go shopping around to find stuff that didn't have maltodextrin in it, or soy in it, or I forget the other one right now. But there, I've had to go through and really make my vitamins healthy by finding the proper vitamins. Now, here's what sucks. The FDA lists the product among the generally safe food additives. And what that means is they don't test it. They allow the companies to test it and give them a report. And so the company gives them a report saying, yeah, we tested it, it's safe. It's generally safe as a food additive. And then the FDA rubber stamps it.
Yeah, it tastes great, so we can serve it.
Mm-hmm. Problem is, it also, because it spikes your glycemic index, it gets your body used to and makes it in a state of craving more sugar, because it's not getting sugar, but it's spiking the glycemic index, causing your body to try to produce more insulin. Also contributes to insulin resistance. So if you have anything you're storing in your food storage, in freeze-dried foods or anything else, check to see if it has this poison in it. And, you know, to a lot of people, this is poison. It has killed people, but, oh no, it's generally safe. Okay, next item here. Yeah, we're going to be on a freight train tonight, folks. At the first part of it, and then we'll get into open discussion. I want to get this information out. And CR is eating rice and veggies. All right, CR. Shenanigans. Hey, how's it going? All right, Little Lone Prepper, welcome. GG Farm. Utah Mike. Checked off is in the house. Going back up here, just make sure I catch everybody. Brenda, Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. All right. I think I got everybody. If I missed somebody, I'm sorry. All right. So I went to a site. Let me see if I can find it here real quick again. Okay. I went to YouTube. All the way down. There we go. Boom. Okay. I'm going to move this over here. I went to the FDA Food Industry Color Additive Inventories, Color Additive Status Sheet list. Okay. There are 6 lists plus other information. And you go down here, all these different ones, and subject to certification and permanent list unless otherwise indicated for use in food. Most are also used in drugs and cosmetics, as noted. None of these colors may be used in products that they are for used in area around the eye unless indicated otherwise. Wait a minute. Okay. So none of these food colorings, color additives and stuff can be used around the eye unless it specifically says it. Unless it specifically says in the list, it's approved. Mark, what does that tell you?
It says when I open that bag of Doritos and it puffs in my face and gets in my eyes, I'm done.
Yeah, basically, if you can't use it around your eyes, you shouldn't be putting it in your mouth.
Yeah, little mucous membrane problem there.
Yeah. I mean, and your nose has mucous membranes, and so does the inside of your mouth.
You're dead.
Okay. All righty. So let's go back over here. So I'm just gonna blow through this. And if you look, when you look through it here, you'll see things are different. You got things in different colors, you know, things that are going through it. The following color additives are no longer authorized or have been restricted, and it lists a bunch of them here. Now, they're not in order. They're by actually this one is in order. Most of them are not. Most of them are by date. And it goes through and the list for drug and cosmetics and type of stuff going down, and are no longer authorized, and goes through it. And you look at the dates here, and it's 1966 they banned a lot of crap. 1977 they banned a lot of crap. Back to 1966 is out of order calendar wise for part of it and other ones. And another one here. Externally applied drugs and cosmetics. None of these may be used in the area of the eye. All right.
Yeah, just put it on your lips. You're okay.
Yeah. And so all these cannot be used around the eye, which means it's not going in my mouth. The use of the following additives are no longer authorized. A boatload more for 66, 68, 77. Yeah. So it goes through, and it's basically, I went through one thing after another. And what I did is I wound up with this list here. I went and pulled every one that was listed in there as not authorized for any purpose. So black 1, 2, and 3, those were from cosmetics. But hey, if it's banned for going on your skin, it ain't going in my mouth. And there are some artificially colored licorices Guess what they use? Black number 3. Because it's only banned for cosmetics.
Just don't poke yourself in the eye with the black licorice. You're okay.
Yeah. Or don't cut yourself with it. All right. Blue, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Those are the ones I've actually found on the list. Green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 are banned. Orange, 1, 3, 4, 8, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. Brown, number 1. Red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 21, 22, 24, 27, 28, 29, 31, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Citrus red, number 2. Yellow, number 3. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and violet, 1 and 2. That's a friggin' boatload that they were putting
in it. Don't eat it.
that they're putting either food or cosmetics or drugs. Your pills. How you have some of your pills are nicely colored. Guess what they're putting in that pill to make it nicely colored?
Blue number 1.
or orange number 2. Remember the children's Bayer aspirin, that nice orange colored stuff? Yeah. Yeah.
You can't find any of this stuff in Europe. They don't use any of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like you follow the money. You follow the money here. All right, so food colorings, and what the one that really turned me onto this, I'm going to give a shout out to her because we're going to spend a lot more time on this later on in the month. I want particularly on food additives and stuff, and some of the stuff they're adding to, which is like, why that blank are they adding it to that? Was Rachel Knight. She was the one that sent me pictures of her spices she got and the different additives and food colorings in spices.
Got to make it look good so people buy it.
All right, artificial sweeteners.
All of them.
Yes. Yeah. All right. I was looking at a bunch of different things online, and one that had listed, the worst of the worst culprits. Aspartame, found in Equal and NutraSweet. Sucrose, found in Splenda. Saccharin, found in Sweet and Low. Many people who cut artificial sweeteners out of their diet report improvement in many health problems, including improvement from migraines, depression, IBS, weight gain, and more. Guys,
stop drinking a diet soda.
There's even more in that diet soda. If you went back to the first one, maltodextrin, guess what's in diet soda? Or a lot of them. Maltodextrin plus these artificial sweeteners. No wonder people are addicted to the sodas.
Make your own fruit juice and then get one of those CO2 injector things, CO2, and make your own bubbly fruit drinks.
Yeah. Dangers and side effects. Addictive. Yeah, these artificial sweeteners are highly addictive. Some, I'm trying to remember what it was. I read it as I was opening several articles, reading it, and went back to try to find it. I couldn't find which one it was in, but it said something like 3 or 4 times as addictive as regular sugar.
If you're going to use sugar in anything, use pure cane sugar.
Or honey.
Or honey.
All right. See, most people don't realize artificial sweeteners can also cause dangerous addictions. In addition to overly sweet foods, they retrain the taste buds to need more and more sweetener and sweeter foods. This leads to even a greater instances of obesity, type 2 diabetes, kidney damage, and so much more. We've all seen people order diet sodas only to then order one of the most calorie-ridden forms on the menu. That's because non-nutritive sweeteners provide virtually no sense of satisfaction.
Oh, you mean that double Whopper with extra cheese and pickles, fries, and a Diet Coke? That doesn't the Diet Coke doesn't offset all that stuff?
No.
Oh, come on.
Mother Earth Garden Club, welcome. And Howie, Food Forest Permaculture is in here. All right. It has just about every one of these artificial sweeteners have been linked to cancer.
Shocker.
But the studies are not, we're not going to accept those because we didn't do those studies.
Only if you live in California. California, everything causes cancer.
Including breathing the air. Of course, I knew breathing the air. You've ever seen the air in California, you know that. But also making love causes cancer too in California.
Don't touch those Christmas lights in California. You'll get cancer. But everywhere else in the country, you're good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Holly Strawbridge, former executive editor of Harvard Health, points out why the U.S. Food and Drug Administration studies have ruled out the risk of cancers for non-nutritive sweeteners. All those studies conducted were based on a significant smaller doses than the 24-ounce a day average of a diet soda. I know people that drink 6 or 7 sodas a day. So that like 3 or 4 times the level that the FDA's studies were done at, the doses. And I've seen people do the 30-ounce and 40-ounce jugs with the with sodas on it. Get those mega supersized mugs and fill them up at 7-Eleven, Quickie Mart, or whatever.
The mega cup. It only costs me $1 to refill it. It's cheap and it's diet, so I won't get fat. I found this really great beverage the other day. Well, actually, a while ago. It's awesome. It satisfies everything. What's it called? Dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Moon Over Miami's in here now. All right. So, So anyways, there's dangerous side effects for these. Now, here's one of the ones that really spun me up on this. All right. This was at a vet's office, and it says, we want the vet posted this. We want to know that Zycatol is now labeled
xylitol.
Xylitol, thank you, is now labeled as birch sugar.
That's not fair.
Yeah. This sweetener used in foods, most common in peanut butter and candy, is very toxic to dogs. Now, that right there makes me go, so what?
Only
if
to
it's
dogs,
that toxic to
us.
Dogs.
Yeah, we're fine, though. We're fine. We're not dogs, so we're fine.
Yeah. So I did a little checked into it. Now, there is conflicting things put out, and I noticed that the ones that are saying, yay, this product, have some sort of link to the industry. Zycatol is a sugar alcohol that is commonly used as a sweetener. It can be found naturally or artificially prepared, mainly from plant minerals, chemically or by fermentation of helicelluloses from agricultural. Get my tongue tighter. Agricultural
biomass of yeast and bacteria strains. I can read.
Okay. All right. Now this came from a government website. Now, looking into this, it can be done naturally or artificially. Guess which way they do 90% of it?
They don't do it naturally.
That's right. They do it artificially.
It's cheaper.
Now, from plants chemically or by fermentation. What do you think the primary way they do that is?
Well, fermentation takes a while, and it's good
Yes.
for you.
So they do it chemically to remove it, which means, there's got to be leftover chemicals in the stuff, even though they cleaned it.
Now it precipitates out and only leaves the good stuff.
Yeah, after you eat it. All right. The hemicellulose, also known as polyose, is one of a number of, I ain't pronounce it, matrix blah 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 blah, such as blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Basically, they're taking plant material and basically chemically removing the sugars in it to make the sugar alcohol. All right, here's the one that the first one in, or the third paragraph here, the one after the blue. As a sweetener, however you pronounce it again, xylitol is an excellent choice. Bullshit. Whereas some sweeteners may cause health risks, studies show, paid for studies by the industry, that xylitol actually has health benefits. It doesn't spike blood sugar. Bullshit. Or insulin, and it starves plaque-producing bacteria in your mouth. Yeah, it starves the plaque-producing bacteria, but it heightens the acid levels in your mouth and feeds microbes in your digestive system. This is from Healthline.
I'd rather chew on a fluoride pill.
Yeah. And then a different one other than Healthline. Healthline has been known to skew their reports and their articles depending on who's buying advertising in their stuff. High amounts of xylitol can cause diarrhea, intestinal gas, because long-term effects aren't clear. You may want to steer clear of xylitol if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Although it is safe for humans in small amounts, can be fatal to dogs. Keep xylitol products out of reach of pets.
But wait a minute, I thought it had actual health benefits.
Yeah. And this comes from Delta Dental Insurance. So an insurance company is saying, hey, don't use be careful about using stuff because they know it's got bad side effects. So another one of these ones of, okay, this is a new product. Let's not jump on the bandwagon yet. Oh, wait a minute. They're finding this bad, this bad, this bad. And if you have kids, what do your kids do with your pets?
Drop food on the floor, feed them snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Give them peanut butter to watch them lick their tongue on the roof of their mouth for 20 minutes.
Exactly. And then they wonder why the dog dies. All right, next one here. Woohoo.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bromated vegetable oil, or BVO, is an emulsifier that is used to mix citrus flavors into liquids, usually in soft drinks. Safety questions have been hanging over BVO since 1970, when the FDA removed it from its generally recognized as safe list. They actually removed it, but they didn't ban it because they got a lot of money. Somebody got a lot of money under the table. And yes, I will say that. The ingredients has lost favor in the U.S. markets as a result. Although BVO is no longer the first choice for manufacturers, it does still find its way into widely available beverages. Oh, no. And if you look on any of your beverages and you see something saying an emulsifier in there, it doesn't say what the emulsifier is. Dollars to donuts. This is what they're talking about right here as the emulsifier. All right, titanium oxide is a color additive currently approved for use in the U.S. in human food, drugs, and cosmetics and medical devices, i.e. contact lenses. Titanium oxide was recently banned from use in food in Europe. But do you know what the number one use for titanium oxide is, people? In paint. Titanium oxide is used in paint. And they're putting it in our food. So if you see titanium oxide listed in one of the ingredients, don't eat it. All right, trans fat. We've all heard about trans fat. You know, they're not good. Everything else. The problem is that consuming trans fat has been shown to increase the risk of heart attack or heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. All right, try to avoid foods that list hydrogenated oil or any slight variation as an ingredient, because it's a high trans fat food. So, and you'd be surprised how many like these. All right, let me bring you back down here. The rescue bars. There's Mainstay, and I forget the other one that is Coast Guard approved for on boats for 5 to 10 years. For boats to be in their emergency packs and stuff. Or is it the hydrogenated oil is used in those to make the stuff to make it last longer. So, I mean, that stuff is out everywhere, and it's used in a lot of quote prepper foods because it makes it last longer. But it's not good for us. All right, let's get back to this here. Yeah, so anything type of trans fat, anything done with done with hydrogenated oils or any variants of that, you want to stay away from. Sodium nitrate. This is one that has been out there, and people kind of forgot about it, and it kind of is sneaking back in a lot. It is triply found in processed meats like canned tuna, sausages, deli meat, bologna, hot dogs. Anything has that nice bright red color in it, rather than the pale brownish color of what meat would normally look like, is sodium nitrate is one of the things to it that take care of it. Now, this is nitrite. So nitrite and nitrate are both preservatives that should be on this list. So, yeah. All right, next one here. Monosodium glutamate. And I've found a lot of information. It goes this way, and then somebody gets paid to do some studies, and these studies says, no, it's over here, it's good. Oh, no, it's bad. No, it's over here, it's good. It goes back and forth depending on how much is being spent on studies to push out studies about it. Okay, and let's see here. My MSG same time reports have indicated numerous reactions to it, such as headaches, flushing, sweating, facial pressure or tightness, numbness, tingling, burning in the face, neck. Yeah, when I was a kid, I ate like 3 bologna sandwiches a day. And after a couple of years, all of a sudden I started having headaches. And then the first report about sodium, about monosodium glutamate came out, and it was in my bologna at the time. Yeah.
Your BOLOGNA, that bologna?
Because Oscar Mayer has a way with BO. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Had to go there.
Hang on, we got Phil B. Me Too. Welcome.
Type 2.
Yeah. Don't some of those zero commercial survival. Yeah, exactly. All right. Next one here. High fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is popular with all food companies because it's way cheaper than cane sugar or even sugar, beet sugar. However, because it's a highly processed form of corn, it can easily lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes. Is believed to have caused the increase in autism in cases in the world since its introduction. In the U.S., high fructose corn syrup is found in tons of food products and not just sweet ones. Frozen pizzas, cocktail peanuts. Wait, they're putting in cocktail peanuts. That's the coating on the cocktail peanuts to make it all nice and shiny.
That's your honey, honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah. Cereals and even breads often contain HFC. Now, for those of you who have seen any of my interviews with Doc Bone and Nurse Amy from doomandbloom.net, I've had them on here, 5 or 6 times now. And you want to get Nurse Amy spun up on this. Ask her a question about HFC, high fructose corn syrup. She'll start quoting research papers that have been basically people, oh no, that can't be right, and these papers get squashed by the publications because the publications are paid money under the table by the corn industry. That connects high fructose corn syrup to autism cases. So if the mother's eating a lot of food with a lot high fructose corn syrup in it, there is a greater than 0% chance that that child will have some degree of autism. BHA and BHT. I think everybody should have heard about this. If not, here's your introduction to it. All right, it is. I'm not gonna pronounce those chemical names there, but you can look it up. BHA and BHT are preservatives found in cereals, chewing gum, potato chips, vegetable oils, including palm oil and soy oil. This common preservative keeps food from changing color, changing the flavor, or becoming rancid. The effects of the neurological system it affects the neurological system of the brain, alters behavior, and has the potential to cause cancer. BHA and BHT are oxidants, not an antioxidant, an oxidant that form cancer-causing reactivity compounds in your body. Also, one of these or both of these have been used in water bottles. Those little cheap, small, disposable water bottles. It was really used in it a few years ago, and there was a little bit of shouting about it. They started removing one or the other. Some companies remove both, but not necessarily.
Or
so. Yeah, I mean, so if you're stocking the cases of water in those little bottles and stuff, the longer it sits in there, the more the BHA or BHT or both leaches out of the plastic into the water. And so the longer it's there, the greater concentration you're getting.
I love it when the some of the stores, the gas stations, that they leave their cases and cases of water outside in the sun.
Oh yeah, and that speeds up the process.
Yeah,
and that also breaks down the plastic so that other chemicals are released from the plastic into the water. And when I bought these jugs here, they specifically had a label on it: no BHA, BHT.
You need to get a glass quart jar with a handle on it.
It's not big enough. I'd like to find a half-gallon jar. This is a half-gallon. I'd like to find a half-gallon glass jar with a handle on it, even if it's a wraparound thing to support it. And I have the lids. This lid will fit on those.
Come on, you got a workshop. You can make one.
It ain't set up yet. All right, pet lovers.
Couple band clamps and a wood handle. Yeah. You're good.
All right, so pet foods. I found this one out. Stella and Chewy, the ones you order online, a lot of stuff, added the toxin Manadone, sodium bisulfate complex, or MSBC. I'm sorry, I just had a thought. MSBC, isn't that something that Microsoft owns? Oh, sorry.
That's MSNBC.
Yeah, there we go.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's poison.
In their freeze-dried products for pets.
Oh, goody.
MSBC is linked to serious illness. The safety material data sheet from sciencelab.com states the following: potential chronic health effects, carcinogenic effects, not classifiable for humans.
Oh, but pets are okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, if a pet gets on eating the food with this in it, and then they come up to you, oh, I thank you for feeding me that. Lick your face. Mm-hmm. And I think that's all right. That's the last one of those.
We're all gonna die. Move to Europe, or just grow everything yourself and get away from the world.
Yeah. So, I mean, this, the more I read in this, the more I get with the crap these companies are doing to us. Not just us as people trying to be prepared for emergencies and stuff, but for the general population. And you think of all those fast foods, the snack foods that kids are just being, we're going to shut the kids up here. Give them a Twinkie, give them cupcakes, give them, snowballs, give them whatever, Look at the ingredients in those things. You're going to hate yourself.
You can't pronounce half of them.
Yeah. All right. When I was growing up, when it first came out, my mom got us some, and we just absolutely loved it. And we do anything. We'd clean the house, do anything to get more of it. And that was the Pop-Tarts. The sugar frosted Pop-Tarts. Guess what the number 3 ingredient in it is?
Red dye number 7. I was in there too.
Yeah. High fructose corn syrup.
Of course. You'll love it.
And then, of course, hang on, let me drop this down. I hope I put it over here. I'm checking something here right now. Did I save it, or did I just say share? There, I did save it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've put this out on Facebook, and you look at it here. Ingredients for the UK version: Quaker whole grain rolled oats, sugar. They're using the real stuff, not the artificial crap. Freeze-dried raspberry pieces. Freeze-dried strawberry pieces, natural flavoring. Okay. U.S. whole grain roll agent. Creaming agent consists of maltodextrin, number 1 ingredient in the creaming agent. So this, sunflower and palm oils. Whey, not the bad there. Sodium caseinate. All right, so that's your creaming agent. Flavor and colored fruit pieces. So the fruit pieces in it are not strawberries. Here's what the fruit pieces are: dehydrated apples treated with sodium sulfate, artificial strawberry flavor, citric acid, red number 40. Gee, where did we see red number 40 here a little bit ago? That's because it's not for use in makeup around the eyes. Salt. Okay, so the salt's after, but so the fruit pieces aren't strawberries. They're apple dehydrated apples treated with sodium sulfate, artificial strawberry flavor, citric acid, and red number 40 to make it look like strawberries. Salt, gar gum, artificial flavor, citric acid, niacinamide, sodium, whatever, vitamin A, palmitate, reduced iron.
We put a magnet next to it. You don't need the iron. We're going to take some out.
Yeah. Other chemical, riboflavin, thiamine, monotrate, and folic acid.
Why do they have to put riboflavin in everything? It's like, is it not naturally in food, or is it something we shouldn't have?
I haven't looked up. I should have looked that one up. So, boom. Yeah, I mean, but it gets me here. So basically, the number one ingredient of the creaming agent, which is number 3 volume-wise for the product, is maltodextrin. Number 2 and 3 is palm and sunflower oils, both bad for you.
Just spend 7 minutes and make some organic oatmeal and add your own fruit.
Yeah, grow find someone that grows it naturally without the chemical sprays and stuff on it, so you don't get the begins with a G, the insecticide,
glyphosate.
Yeah.
I make organic oatmeal for my wife. Well, I make a large pot of it, and I throw in fresh strawberries and fruits, and I freeze dry it in portions, and then she can just add hot water to it, and there you go.
Yeah. My mom, born in 1922, in 1977, 78, was diagnosed with non-curable lymphoma cancer. Fortunately, she was referred to a doctor that actually happened to be in the county we lived in, who was doing research stuff, and she was gotten into the program. 18 months later, they could not find any traces of the cancer.
What they treat her
But
with?
when he, I'm not sure what the chemicals were. The chemotherapy she went through several different things, and they were doing stuff, and she was getting it at like a tenth the cost because it was experimental stuff, and she was one of the trial people. So, but they had her do a survey of what she ate. And the doctor off the cuff mentioned to her that a lot of what she was eating was because of the pesticides in the food.
Shocker.
Probably caused her lymphoma cancer.
DDT, you name it.
Roundup. Yeah. And she did not share that with the rest of us till 20 years later. And we're like, why didn't you tell us? We could have not been feeding our kids that crap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so by 1980, she was cancer-free. They called it in remission, but they couldn't find any trace of it. And she didn't pass away until 2007.
Wow.
So, yeah. Another 27 years that they said she wouldn't live. But she also changed up what she was eating, too. But she didn't tell us because we ate. 1980. Let's see. So I was 23. I was 23 years old, and she didn't tell me. So I was no longer eating the stuff that we'd been eating. That she was fixing it because I was eating my own stuff. Yeah. So if you're seriously about storing stuff, read the ingredients before you buy. Do a little research on any chemicals in there listed so you know exactly what they are. And so that way you when you're putting stuff away for your food storage, you're not storing poison that you might not use, but your kids or your grandkids might use.
Hey, fun fact about Doritos. They are great fire starters.
Uh-huh. Now, if you look down below, going right here underneath me right now, it says no Cheeto eating zone. That, you know,
I don't eat them. I just burn them.
Yeah, the Cheetos. The Cheetos is a thing from Corsair Trainers channel on the Monday morning Island of Misfit Toys, and that's one of the things we pick on these couch potatoes that are, you know, making, you know, derogatory comments about things and stuff, and they're just, you know, oh, we need to disband this, and we need to take out the ATF, and we need to get rid of the IRS. Yeah, you guys go out there and do that. I'll support you here while I'm eating my Cheetos. Cheetos now is on California's list of the new bill going through of having to eliminate several of the ingredients in it.
Maybe they should eliminate the GMO corn they use to puff it up.
Yeah, including the dye in it, and several other things are listed on that piece of legislation going through.
Next time you go to the store, just grab a bag of whatever random chips you see and read the ingredients.
Yeah. Okay, just trying to look at the side chat here. Sorry, I haven't been paying much attention to side chat. I've been trying to catch some of it. I live vicariously through all you Krispy Kreme crammers. I can almost taste it. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like, oh, I used to love donuts. Oh, I still do, but I don't eat them. I think the last donut I had was like 6 years ago. And it was because they happened to have the maple bars in the store there at Wally World when I went through there. And it was a weak moment. And I got like 6 of those in a box, and I got them. And I had a headache afterwards.
And you wonder why your mouth is slimy after you eat one of those glazed chocolate donut holes from Dunkin' Donuts. It's all the nasty oils that are in that glaze and the donut.
You know, all that hydrogenated oils.
Yep.
All right, this one's for you.
Yeah, I saw that. If I told you what goes on in restaurants, you'd never go out either. So that's another story.
Yeah. Hang on, what's this one here? Okay, this is corn. Oh, okay.
Where are the Krispy Kreme seeds?
All right, this is the back of a can of corn. The can of corn. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make this bigger here so I get up to the ingredients here a little bit better here. Ingredients: corn, water, salt. Distributed by Walmart Inc. Product of Thailand. So they're importing corn from Thailand.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's also been sprayed with chemicals they can't use in the United States. Consuming
they don't
this
have
product can expose you to chemicals including lead, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. For more information, go to So this can of corn has lead in it, among other things. But the lead jumped out because the levels tested are high enough that it goes, danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Read the ingredient labels. Read the warning labels on the food. Because I've known people that someone, I'm not going to name a channel, had bought a bunch of this stuff and had like I don't know, like 60 cans on their shelves. And it's like, and then someone posted this, and I'm same can, and they have at least 60 cans of it, probably more on their shelf. And it's like, oh, they're eating a lot of lead.
It'd be less lead to put a. Well, I'm not going to say it. Sorry.
Yeah. You get that much lead in you, they have problems taking an X-ray.
Yeah, you probably ran out of gunpowder too.
So yeah.
Yeah, should be safe to eat.
Anyways, I hope everybody, I hope I woke everybody up here and remind them, check the labels of stuff you're buying. It's like, and like, all right, just to go. So the Quaker Oats, this one company was testing a bunch of all the different types of oats and stuff out there. And they tested not just your plain Quaker Oats, your plain 5-minute oats, your plain minute oats, then your instant oats with all the flavors and stuff in it. And it turns out that Quaker Oats buy most of their oats from overseas.
Shocker.
Where they use a certain pesticide and herbicide on them to kill off everything else around them so the oats can grow free, and they get more produced per acre than they do here in the US, so they're able to sell it cheaper per ton. And so but this chemical is found in a lot of the stuff. But the interesting thing is, the more the Quaker Oats are processed, the processing kind of removes some of that chemical out of it. Like the instant oats, how they cook it, they pre-cook it a little bit. Well, the water leaches off some of that chemical. So the plain original Quaker Oats that you got to cook for 20 minutes or whatever it is, is the most contaminated. It's not the safest. So your plain instant oats has the least amount of the chemical in it.
Go figure.
Yeah, because the processing actually removes some of this chemical from it.
Well, maybe me freeze drying stuff pulls that water with the chemicals out of it, and then I add good water back to it, and maybe I'm better off. I don't know.
Anything? Hang on, I'm trying to read this one here. Okay. Yeah, but know that after eating anything the mosquito that bites you will suffer fatal consequences. Oh, yeah. That was probably off of someone else's, tagging off of someone else's above about mosquitoes up above it. HB says, ingredients: corn, water, sugar, modified cornstarch, salt. Why do you need to put sugar on corn, since they get high fructose corn syrup from corn? And that modified cornstarch, are they just not saying that it's actually maltodextrin, because maltodextrin is also made from corn as well as rice and wheat?
It's not modified as much, so they can't say it's modified maltodextrin.
Well, yeah. Or maybe they're trying to walk the Occam's razor there and not say it's
yeah, walk that fine line, and it's not quite that, so therefore it's not.
Oh, that was used chemicals used in Thailand. Yeah, the chemicals used in Thailand on the other can of corn there. Product of Thailand. Oh yeah, yummy corn from Thailand. Oh, just what I want. All right, so we're hitting the top of the hour here. All right, let me jump over here and grab the list here. All right, coming up here, Thursday night here on Grayman Prepping is the Midnight Ride. It comes on at 10 o'clock Eastern, which is midnight down in Rio de Janeiro. So we're partying Midnight Ride in Rio de Janeiro. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound. We're also talking poisonous food here. We're going for GMO poison for Friday night on the homestead on Camp Patton Family Compound. Talking about GMO seeds and the problems they have for not only for the food chain, not for just you, but for the environment in general. And then Saturday back here on Grayman Prepping, are you smarter than a Boy Scout? So that's the topic for. We're covering a lot of stuff there on Saturday. And I froze. Are you smarter than a Boy Scout on Saturday? That's at 8 o'clock Eastern. All right, Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound with Tammy, Rebel Candace, there in the side chat. we are going to be talking up and Mark, we are going to be talking about canning vegetables. So we've done I would say just about all but 3, maybe 2 Mondays so far this year. We've been talking canning. And so we're going to continue this on for at least through into May. And we've got different topics of canning. And so this one is canning vegetables, which is something my wife is interested in. Oh, that's a good one. All righty, so that's what's. Oh, and then next Tuesday is a topic suggested by Rachel Knight. Fleas, ticks, and lice.
Can we eat them?
No, we're talking about protecting the household from them and our pets.
Yeah, I'm going to reply to one of your comments from Sue Me. So much fresh garlic is from China. Yeah, anything that comes in one of those little bags came from China. Yeah. Find loose garlic in the organic section. You're better off. It might be from a local farm. Garlic is huge.
Yeah, I know. I've seen when I go back to California and bring more stuff up here to Idaho, I'll see these trailers, trucks and trailers. I mean, just they got it's kind of like expanded metal sides on it, So when they're empty, they don't have wind resistance on it, loaded with onions or garlic.
Yeah.
So that stuff. That stuff there is American grown, but
real quick on that. Everybody takes their onions. You got these 50-pound bags of onions in a truck, driving down a road, exposed to the environment. God only knows what's else on the skin. And then save your onion skins and make broth. No, that's disgusting. I know where that stuff just drove by and the guy with his little cup of whatever in the window is spitting out the window. Yeah, what's on your onion skins? Don't do that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to go there.
Yeah, so you don't unless you grow your own onions or garlic. Don't save the skins. Get rid of them. What water does?
What water does lower blood sugar? It's a first step nurse hypo. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, water does. Okay, yeah, water does. Okay, all right, yeah, all righty. Well, folks, thank you all for coming in. I know you guys are having a great chat there on the side. You were talking back and forth to each other, sharing information. I love that. Now I got to go back and watch my own thing again after the side chat comes. It takes about a day and a half for YouTube to show the side chat for rewatching it. So I'll go back through and I'll actually read the side chat then. All right, everyone, remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, read the ingredients, medicines. Oh, I forgot to touch on medicines. Crap. Yeah, medicine. I did a little bit like maltodextrin is in a lot of medicines. A lot of these dyes are in medicine, so check your medicines too. But stock up on the medicines you really need to. Add clothes to your preps for times when you can't go buy them. And learn a new skill. Learn a new skill every month. And we're doing we're going to start up a challenge for 2025, but we're pushing it now. Practice growing food indoors year round. That's going to be the big challenge for 2025. Is how much food can you grow indoors year round? All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you around.
Night, everyone.